A straight foot is not afraid of a crooked shoe. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened. A wise man adapts himself to circumstances, as water shapes itself to the vessel that contains it. The strong conquer the weak, the clever outwit the stupid. An inch of time is an inch of gold, but you can't buy that inch of time with an inch of gold. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. A bird is worth more than 1,000 pieces of gold. If you must play, decide upon 3 things at the start: the rules of the game, the stakes, and the quitting time. The reason why heaven and earth are able to endure and continue thus long is because they do not live for themselves. When the ruler is kind to the people, they are loyal to their country. If you want to understand today, you have to search yesterday. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. If you bow at all, bow low. The best fighter is never angry. Opportunity knocks at the door only once. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor man perfected without trials. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song. When the heart is at ease, the body is healthy. The person who removes a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. When one's desires are not excessive, it is possible to live in contentment. A person who says it cannot be done should not interrupt the person doing it. Be not afraid of going slowly. Be afraid only of standing still. When heaven is about to confer a great office on a man, it first exercises his mind with suffering and his sinews and bones with toil. A person must first despise himself, then others will despise him. All men have the mind which cannot bear to see the suffering of others. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. A wise man does not play leapfrog with a unicorn. If you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone else. The best fighter is never angry. A closed mind is like a closed book, just a block of wood. The palest ink is better than the best memory. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. You cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. The fish trap exists because of the fish. Once you've gotten the fish, you can forget the trap. The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own. When I forget who I am, I become what I might be. The great man is he who does not lose his childlike heart. When heaven is about to confer a great office on a man, it first exercises his mind with suffering and his sinews and bones with toil. To love all men alike is the greatest of virtues. When the ruler is kind to the people, they are loyal to their country. A single conversation with a wise person is worth a month's study of books. The glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time you fall. A wise man remembers his friends at all times, a fool only when he has need of them. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. If you want to know what the future holds, look at the past. If you want to get rich, build roads. If you want to get rich, build people. Talk doesn't cook rice. A single spark can start a prairie fire. A wise man makes his own decisions. An ignorant man follows public opinion. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Do not remove a fly from your friend's forehead with a hatchet. If you are patient in one moment of anger, you will escape 100 days of sorrow. He who does not economize will have to agonize. The tongue can paint what the eyes can't see. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life. When the root is deep, there is no reason to fear the wind.